Okay, so this is me checking in with the piano with Jonny progress on the mostly like the beginner jazz stuff, though I am doing a little bit of the intermediate level because I know some of the scales. So the first thing that I usually do is I do this Charleston scale with like a seventh chord that goes like this. So I'll spare you the descent, but I do that one, and I usually do the relative minor because I just feel that it makes more sense of it for me. So that's been fine. I'm on D flat, which is like it's like a midpoint essentially. I haven't been practicing as well as I would have liked to, so I haven't gotten through exactly everything that he's, prescribed. But I have done a lot of these like modal scales, and so the Dorian, Mixolydian, Phrygian, sequence that he does, and that it's kind of like this. That thing. So I do that. I'm right now again on D flat, which is about halfway through the cycle, maybe a month behind. I'm not really sure. And I keep on going through the circle of fifths. So it's been really great. He also has prescribed some like 2-5-7 chords. Those have been going really well, and they inspired me so much. This exercise that he has where it's like that thing, the 2-5s. And then what I do is he says to go through it one key, but a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do it chromatically. So I'll do it, then I'll move it up. That's just, I understand it better if I do stuff like chromatically sometimes, so I have modified it, and then I'll go through the entire chromatic scale. And then often I'll do it with the inversion as well. It inspired me so much that I actually I had composed this tune a while, but I actually arranged my own jazz tune, which I will link to somehow in this video. I'm not a huge YouTube person, so I will definitely, the song is called Somewhere in Time, and I will provide a lead sheet for it eventually. But sheet music or whatever, but it's I finally finished it because of Jonny. It's got a 2-5-1 chord progression. It's got that very typical jazz chord progression, and I really don't think I would have finished it if I hadn't been working on this whole cycle of things. Another thing he says to do is to kind of focus on lead sheets and stuff, and I arranged my own version of Take 5. I have one easy arrangement that's already online, but it actually helped me to arrange like a second one that's not online yet. And so I did Take 5, and then I also did an arrangement of Don't Get Around Much Anymore. And I'm going to have a new one coming out with a great 2-5-1 chord progression, Pure Imagination, because he was saying like, oh, okay, we'll take your 2-5-1 chord and like change it into some kind of lead sheet situation, and it just works so well with Pure Imagination. So just going to be lovely. I mean, he is so inspirational. And then he says one of his other pillars of learning jazz piano is improvisation, and this absolutely rocked my universe. Like he was saying, oh, okay, well, if you don't know where to start with jazz improvisation, absolutely I don't. He said, well, okay, take like the 2-5-1 again, and then he said okay, just sort of noodle in it, so it's just like, I'll just do something like, something, something about doing like upper and lower neighbors. That absolutely made so much sense to me, and it made my jazz improvisation so much better. So I've got to say, it's going really well. It would go even better if I practiced more on it, but I've been trying to kind of just, I think I pretty much do it 3 times a week. Unfortunately, I do not do it every day. But yeah, it's going well. It's a beautiful thing that he offered, and I look forward to checking in at the end of the year.